Hey Mustangs, today we're going to talk about area and perimeter. Now, you should remember this from 5th grade. Perimeter is the distance that's around the figure, and the way you would find it is you would add up all the sides. For area, area is that space in between, inside the figure, and you can find it by using the formula L equals LW, which is area is equal length times width. Now, before we get too far into this, you might want to pause the video, grab some paper and a pencil, your calculator, and if you have the Desmos app on your phone, you can use that well. Go ahead and pause, and I'll give you a minute. All right, let's look at our example here. Now, as you can see, I have this rectangle array, and you see that here the length is 6 units. The width is 4 units. Now, to find the perimeter, P stands for perimeter, you are going to add these all up. Now, this is only 2 sides, but remember with the rectangle, a rectangle has opposite sides that are congruent. So if it's 6 units over here, it's got to be 6 units here. Likewise, if it's 4 units over this side on the right-hand side, it's got to be 4 units on the left. So we're going to find the perimeter by adding 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4. So when you add those all together, the perimeter of this rectangle is 20 units. So that's perimeter. Again, we just added up all 4 sides. Now, area is equal to length times width. Now, notice there's a place for 2 numbers, one for the length and one for the width. So area is equal to 6 times 4. So area is equal to 24 square units. Now there's another way to write this. 24 units squared. Remember the little 2, our exponent? Now if you look inside, you can actually see that the space inside this rectangle, there's actually 24 units. 24 square units. All right, so let's do a little bit of practice. All right, you have your dimensions for the first one. Go ahead and copy down that rectangle. Go ahead and pause your video and let's figure out the perimeter and the area. So again, you are going to make sure that you have all 4 sides labeled. P is equal to 12 plus 5 plus 12 plus 5. So when you add those together, your perimeter is going to be 34 feet. Now for area is length times width. Area is equal to 12 times 5. So your area is 60 feet squared. Because remember, we're talking about the stuff on the inside. All those little squares that we can get on the interior of our figure. All right, so now let's look at our second example. All right, go ahead, take a moment. Make sure you have your dimensions. Pause the video and work out both the area and the perimeter. Welcome back. So remember, again, you are adding all 4 sides, but these 2 sides are not labeled. So take a moment and let's finish labeling them. So that's 4 centimeters and 8 centimeters. And we are going to add our 4 sides together. So 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. So this is 24 centimeters. So that's the distance going around the outside of our figure. Now for area. Remember, area again is length times width. So A is equal to 8 times 4. The area of this rectangle is 32, and it's centimeters squared. Very good. All right, let's move on to our last example. Go ahead and copy down those dimensions, and as soon as you have those dimensions, pause the video and you practice, and I'll see you in a moment. Welcome back. So the perimeter is, oops, sorry, I forgot to label my sides so I can have 4 sides. So these two again are congruent, so that's 9 millimeters. And my left and my right side are also congruent. That's 6 centimeters. So 9 plus 6 plus 9 plus 6. So let's add them up. So you have a total of 30 millimeters. That's the distance around the outside of our rectangle. Now for area, again, it's length times width. So area is 9 times 6. And 9 times 6 is what? That's right, 54. And that's 54 millimeters squared. Good job.